which allow you to breach it. If the cap is not going to be breached, then what is the need to add the except clause but to help any interested parties? Should I not ask these questions? Should people be quiet about this?
No, you have a right to ask the questions, but what is illegal? I'm asking what is illegal.
Nothing is illegal, of course, but I'm asking you why do you, the definition of illegality.
There are 4 chief ministers, by the way, there are 4 chief ministers, there is the Ministry of Environment which has to be part of it. There are chief secretaries involved, there is the Ministry of Housing involved. Why do you assume this is a unilateral decision? I'm not able to understand. All I'm asking you is why do you believe this is a politically,
don't you think people are watching you tonight?
Ulterior motive. I'm not convinced by that.
Don't you think people are watching you? And once again, let me now come in, Sanjay. Please understand this. People are watching you. In the past, the Supreme Court of India has had to step in and check construction activity in the same area, which led the Supreme Court to ban all mining activity in the Aravalis in May 2009 from the previous order, which only identified certain areas under the ban. Now, my question to you is, what is to say there will not be an exploitation of the law this time around? And if your government is absolutely certain of not exploiting the law, then for what purpose? What purpose should there be any window of opportunity or loophole to work around the law? And what kind of government is this which in the last days of the government tries to create some windows of opportunity? You want to create windows of opportunity, which win prices down. Create windows of opportunity which help the people, not private builders. Rahul Narvekar, what's wrong with that, Rahul?
Well, I don't understand what's this hue and cry about. Number one, let me complete, please. Number one, what does the rule stand before this meeting? The rule is absolutely clear. It says 0.5%.
What is the urgency? You tell me what is the urgency.
Hear me out or not.
What is the urgency?
Hear me out, you'll get the answer. The law says 0.5% can be used. This was prior to the meeting. What has happened? They have added, Mr. Rao, you don't know what the topic is about. So let me complete. You'll get some idea about what I'm talking. What they've said is, they've said if you want any additional use, you need to get clearance from.
Why?
Hear me out.
Why?
Hear me out.
What is the urgency?
You need to get clearance from the Environment and Forest Ministry.
Why do you need to do this now?
If the intention was,
why do you need to do this now?
If the intention was to get away with any rules, this proviso wouldn't have been put at all. There would have been a blanket go ahead.
No, but why have you?
You have answered the question yourself by putting a proviso that you require clearance from the Forest and Environment Ministry. The Congress and the UPA government has made it amply transparent that without requisite permissions, you cannot go ahead with the proposal.
Suresh Prabhu is responding. The fact remains that the election results are due on May 16th.
Corruption and collecting money.
Election.
We know about Purta. What happened? Who's got fake companies? Let's not talk about corruption. We know about Purta. We know what happened in Nagpur. We know how drivers got.
So what is this? Your corruption versus my corruption.
We know how drivers got lakhs of rupees in their accounts. We know how drivers became directors in companies. So let's not talk about corruption.
I am
the people of this country decide about corruption.
There is nothing illegal done.
No, what is
there's nothing illegal done.
So absolutely.
What is illegal about it?
The question is not
the problem is no one seems to have understood what has been done in that meeting. If at all there is something
don't make sweeping comments like that.
No. Let me point it out to you.
Don't make sweeping comments like that.
No, you know what I'm saying is right, and that's why you're not letting me talk.
Sweeping comments.
Give me a minute, I'll tell you.
Okay, what's Suresh Prabhu coming into the debate? Please, let's not keep Suresh Prabhu out. He wants to respond to you. The question I asked Suresh Prabhu is why now? What's the urgency? Mr. Prabhu.
No, see, look, more than the urgency, there's a fundamental issue which everybody is missing the point. There is a Forest Conservation Act 1980, which was passed when Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister. After that, there is a 1996 judgment of the Supreme Court, which defines what is forest land. This particular land in question is a forest land which not yet demarcated under the Punjab law, so therefore this land needs to be demarcated. Any diversion of forest land under the Forest Conservation Act 1980 requires central government permission.
That's right.
Why the forest land is important? It is something which is happening in a city.
That's what has been
one minute.
Gurgaon has no groundwater. So this is something which we are talking about legally about 0.5% is not an issue at all.
Yes.
The issue is fundamentally whether a forest land can be diverted for non-forest uses without a central government permission, which is the Ministry of Environment.
That's right, and that's what has been done in this. That's what has been done.
Please let him hear him out.
So what is please listen to me.
Don't interrupt him, Rahul.
It is not a question of this is not a question of 0.5% or 1%. The fundamental question is, can this land ever be used for something like non-forest use. And that requires only central government permission.
That's right.
Then the question comes whether you develop 0.5,
what are you saying?
0.2,
That's right, that's
0.1
right.
or whatever.
Yes, please read the proviso.
Fundamentally,
It says not without the permission of the central government. Forest and Environment Ministry.
One minute, Mr. Prabhu. You see, as you are speaking, Rahul Narvekar keeps going. That's right. That's right. That's right. What you should say, that's right to Rahul, is that your environment minister opposes this. You say that's right to that. That's right to Veerappa Moily opposing it.
Mr. Arnab Goswami, just now you told me the problem is with that proviso where it says that you need to take permission of the Environment and Forest Ministry.
So without a permission, no, one second. Without a permission,
it is only adhering to the law.
Was there a permission of the? Did Veerappa Moily clear this? Did the Environment Minister clear this? Answer yes or no. Answer yes or no. Did he clear this?
Question?
Did the Environment Minister clear this?
But that's what it says. You need to take permission.
No, was the Environment Minister in sync?
The UD department can't give these permissions.
Do you agree that the Union government was divided on the issue?
The UD department.
Was the Union government divided on the issue?
Arnab, I'm sorry, but you've not understood the issue. You've not understood the issue.
The question is,
I am sorry,
Mr. Narvekar, you've not read up on the issue.
I'll give you whatever details you want on the issue.
My question today is very simple. You 1 minute. You can all run away from the critical issue. I have two basic issues. One is, for God's sake, there is an election result on the 16th of May. Okay, there's an election result on the 16th of May. You have nothing to do but do this. A. B, you are doing this when the Environment Minister does not agree with it. I have the Environment Minister on record. What that means, your two critical ministries, 1 minute, the Urban Development Ministry, Environment Ministry are at loggerheads. But why on earth? My question is simple.
Both your questions.
Why? No, 1 second.
Rahul, let me just answer that to Arnab.
Please,
Rahul, just let me answer that.
Please, 1 second.
Arnab, point number one.
Hear the question.
If there was a model code of conduct violation.
Oh, please don't hide behind the model code of conduct. What about the model code of propriety?
That answers
what about the model code of propriety,
I think
sir?
You have to close that issue lock, stock and barrel.
Sir, what about the model code of propriety? Propriety is the issue.
This is about corruption.
Why is this the right thing to do?
Case of corruption.
Is this the right thing to do?
If the Congress Ministry of Environment, which is run by a Congress minister, if the POO has said, please take approval of the Ministry of Environment, you can see the full transparency from the government.
Sir, please, your Environment Minister does not agree with it. Why are you doing it?
But if the Environment Minister doesn't agree with it, when a proposal comes to him, he'll reject it.
I ask one question.
How can the Urban Development Ministry do the work of the Environment Ministry?
So this is ridiculous. This is
point number 3.
No, 1 second. Before you come to point number 3, answer question number 1.
The place, if there was any objection, why hasn't the Rajasthan Chief Minister objected? I haven't understood.
Oh, please, don't. I'm asking you a question. Please listen to me.
Concurrence.
No, please, 1 second. Sanjay, making... No, 1 second. Sanjay, there is something I want to tell you. I ask you one question. You can say, I will answer your question in 27 parts and we can continue. You can continue talking for the next 27 minutes. However, when I ask one question, there is one reply. My simple question is that today, what is the date today, Sanjay? Today is the 27th of April. Election results are coming on the 16th of May. You have nothing to do in the center. If you have nothing to do, then do something else, go gardening. But why on earth? Why on earth are you sitting together and trying to push through a proposal like this? What is the hurry?
The ministries... No, the ministries are functioning. They have to still execute what they can.
No, but one minister does not agree.
Why are you treating it as if... No, why are you treating it as a contravention of law? Or
this is the same argument. This is the same argument I heard.
Are you doubting the integrity of the election commission?
No, 1 second. Please remember this. You remember the historic words of the UPA government. Let me tell you the UPA government's historic words.
Or if they felt this was
in December 2010. In December
something which is political opportunism.
In December 2010.
This is not about
Sanjay. In December 2000, your words will come back to haunt you. In December 2010, your government said, with a great sense of moral outrage, you said, are you questioning the integrity of the Union Telecom Minister, Mr. A. Raja? And we said, yes, of course, we are questioning about propriety. Remember that 13 days within taking that position, A. Raja had to resign. Anyway, GVL Narasimha Rao.
No, I don't see this merely as a case of propriety. I think this is a clear case of corruption. I think this government is on its way out. There is nothing concrete that can be done in the next 2-3 weeks. Why is this hurry where environment secretaries' views are being completely bulldozed? Why has he been completely silenced?
Mr.
Why Mr. Kamal Nath and Bhupinder Hooda, why have they ganged up?
Program.
Is this
when you have
why have they ganged up merely to make this a reality? And I believe the minister told the secretary that if you want, you can take the matter to the court. So they can. This is the UPA government. Both the ministries are headed by the UPA ministers, and they are not able to. They are not able to resolve the issues internally.
About your Ranjan
and the Supreme Court.
In it. So
Supreme Court.
Okay, when we come back on the other side.
On misuse of.
When we come back on the other side, we are going to talk about Adani.
Many years ago, some 3-4 years ago.
No. 1 second. You see, it's your land versus my land. Now, the other part is very important. Mr. Adani comes out and says today, I got no special favors from the Narendra Modi government. Now, Mr. Narasimha Rao and Mr. Suresh Prabhu, remember this. Ask all questions of the Congress government. But then remember, on the other side, when we come out, Mr. Rao, we are going to have to answer some very, very, very specific questions on the land allotted to Mr. Adani. I hope you will have your replies. I'm back in a few minutes.